Hi, in this video, I'll give you a brief introduction to Datawrapper. This is an online solution to creating visualizations, interactive visualizations. And all you need to do is log on to datawrapper.de and sign up. This is the homepage of Datawrapper. So you need to create a new account the first time, and then subsequently you can just log in and start using it. The reason I prefer Datawrapper over Microsoft Power BI is the simplicity with which it works. So what I normally do is whenever I'm working with data set, and if the data set can be made in Datawrapper, I prefer doing that. But there are obviously a lot of limitations in Datawrapper when compared to Microsoft Power BI, which allows you to do as much customization as you want. So if you can get it done over here in Datawrapper, you should prefer it as well, because it's easier to understand, it is intuitive, it has lesser things to correct. So I'll just quickly jump onto my Datawrapper account and just show you what is the capability of this. So there are three things that you can do with it. You can either create a chart. Chart is basically all the common ones that you can possibly think of: pie, donuts, bar, and many others, line graphs. And then you can create a map. This is one thing that I think is much better than Power BI, specifically because in Power BI, it depends on Bing. So when you're trying to plot district-wise data or anything tricky, whether anything beyond the national level, there are issues. Over here, instead, it gives you a list of a lot of maps to choose from, and it has a comprehensive list of district level data in India, maps in India. And the third is that you can create a table. So these are the only three things that you can do. I'll just quickly show you each one of them. So this is basically a list of the visualization that I've done over here. The first I'll show is how to create a chart over here. So I'll just quickly jump onto one of the charts that I recently made. So this is how the interface looks like. So when you start off, this is the first tab where you can either copy paste it directly from Excel. So over here, if you look at it, it is basically profession, then the total number of suicides, and the percentage share. You can alternatively take Excel files or import directly from Google spreadsheets. Once you've copied the data set in, you click on check and describe. Over here, it basically tries to put it in a table format. And once it has been put into a table format, over here you have the option of clicking first row as a label or not. You can move on. And this is the first page. These are the visualization options that are available in Datawrapper. In this case, I've gone ahead with a donut chart. So if you look at it, this is interactive, and they've just picked up the percentage numbers over here, percentage share of the total suicides. Once you've identified the chart type, you come over here and you can refine it a little bit. So you have to select the column that you want to work with. Then you can select the colors. You can even have customized color. Then the outer radius, the inner radius, you can play with it in a donut. So this keeps on changing according to the chart type that you picked up. And you can put the labels over here. So over here, I've clicked on convert values to percentages. That's the reason why you're getting percentages over here. And finally, you can either give a color key over here, but it is not required in this case because the names are coming inside itself. Once you're done with everything, you click on proceed and you come on annotate. In the annotate option, you can basically give the title. This is the title over here. You can give a description if you want. You can give some additional information, which will be in a smaller font. And finally, data source. You can give a link to the data source. I've given a link to this data source. You can basically, it is clickable then. And a byline if you want to give a byline. Alternatively, over here, if you see, you have the option of highlighting individual pies. So over here, I've highlighted the daily wage earner because that was important to the story that I was telling. So daily wage earner is slightly more pronounced as opposed to all the other places. And the unemployed persons over here. So if you look at it, the others are slightly blurred, the fonts. So these are the two highlighted. You can highlight certain sections of the pie. You can alternatively also change the chart type over here. Normally, this works fine. And once you're done with it, you just have to come on the publish and embed option. Over here, you get the URL. So you can either put the URL. So this is how the URL looks, and this is the final product, and this works fine. Or you can pick up the iframe, and this is the iframe. You can just copy it and put it in your website. Or alternatively, you can download a PNG file of the visualization. So you just have to click on this and you get the PNG file of it. So PNG file is basically a better option over JPG, in the sense you can have, if you have multiple layers, the layers stay intact. If you don't have a background, it also stays intact. In JPG, that is not a possibility. So PNG is a better file format to work with. So this is how the final product looks like. Let's quickly jump on to another example. So this is a district level map that I had made a couple of months back when COVID cases started coming in. So I'll just quickly show you what I did over there. So this is where the convenience of Datawrapper comes. Unlike in Power BI, this is the first page when you select that you want to make a new map. So you can type in the map that you're looking for. So if you're looking for Africa, you have these are the options that you can choose from. You have an entire Africa map, you have a West Africa map, and certain others. When we come to India, you have a lot of options to choose from. In this case, I had used the district map. So even within the district map, you have a census 2011 map. You have districts in 2019, which has gone up. So in 2011, it was around 640 districts in India. Right now, I think it is somewhere around 730. And you have certain other options to choose from as well. So in this case, I had picked up the 2019 districts map. So once you pick your app, you click on proceed, or you click on the add your data tab. Once you're over here, you can manually insert the numbers, which is obviously not possible if you're dealing with districts. So you can import your data set. So when you click on import your data set, it says that you need the locations to be named as, and the column to be named name. Then you click on start import, and you can just copy paste your file, CSV file, or you can copy paste it directly from Excel. So one would be name and the other would be the information that you want to put. So once you've done that, you basically move on to the visualization part of it. So once you're in the visualization part of it, there are a few things that you can choose from. One is over here, the color grading that you want. So what, in this case, I just wanted to show districts without any COVID and districts with COVID-19 cases. So I basically kept 0, and even if there is one case, it will be all red, and I kept it uniform. Then you have the option of choosing whether you want to make the map zoomable or not. So you get this button over here. You can customize the tooltips. So over here, when you hover, you can see COVID-19 cases recorded, and it keeps on changing. So when I click on customize tooltips, you can see what I've done. So I've kept the title. Title is so these are the two columns that I had inserted. So title is name. So you've just clicked on this and this has come over here. That's the reason why the name of the location is bold. And then in the body, I've written a phrase, COVID-19 cases recorded, then a colon, and then I've kept cases. Another example is kept over here if you forget. And once you've done that, this is how it looks. Sangli has COVID-19 cases recorded 27. Then finally, you either have the option of automatically generating the legend, which works fine in most cases, or alternatively, you can manually generate the legend. And this is what I've done in this case because I did not want a gradation over here. So 0 and 1, if you have 0 cases, it is a safe district. And if you have 1 or more, so I kept 1, it is a district with COVID-19 cases. You can alternatively keep on adding as many legends as you want. It depends on how many gradations you're putting over here. And once you're done with this, you move on to annotate again, and you give the headline and the description. In this, I have some notes. So the notes come like this, right at the bottom. And the data source and the byline. In this case, I've given the byline. So the byline and the data source come over here. And once you're done with it, you in design option, you basically have the option of enabling the social sharing tab. So in the previous one, it was switched on. In this one, I did not switch it on. And then once you're done with it, you can jump to publish. And again, in publish, the same options. You can either have the link, or you can alternatively have the iframe. So this is the link. You can zoom in as much as you want, and you can zoom out, and you can download the PNG file. The last thing that you can do over here is create tables. And I have personally seen that because you don't have to worry about the alignment and all. Tables normally, it's very quick and it is very, very convenient. So this is one example of a table that I've created over here. So in this, I just identify the 127 districts across India, which have cases to death ratio of lower than the India average. So more people are dying for every 100 cases over there. So basically, this is the table that I had uploaded. And once I had uploaded this, I moved on and I looked at the table and it looks fine. And then I moved on to the visualization part of it. And over here, this is the table format that it has. And if you look at it, so there are 127 districts. So the pages, you can break down the pages and see how many rows you want in per page. So I had kept it 20. You can reduce or increase the page, the row numbers. Show pagination is basically this. Mobile fallback is basically optimized for mobile phones. Make it sortable. So you can basically click on these and you can sort them. So I can sort it according to states. I can sort it according to districts. So make it searchable. You can search because there were a lot of districts over here. And stripe table is basically this. Then subsequently, you can get into customizing and you can basically customize individual columns. So I have customized some of them. I've changed the color of one of the column and this one as well. And you can choose the border type individually, whether you want a top border or a bottom border. So all of these things have been done. So once you click on it, you can see how things become different. So over here, if you look at it, this background color is coming because I've chosen a background color over here, unlike the other tabs. And over here, this is red. So individually, you can look for all of them. And once you're done with that, you jump onto the annotate and the design part of it, and then you publish it. So this is the convenience of Datawrapper. So whenever you're thinking of visualization, see if it works fine with Datawrapper. This is much more convenient and much less time would be spent on it. And so this is the convenience of Datawrapper, and this is one of the primary reasons why I prefer this over Microsoft Power BI. However, if it is an elaborate story that you're doing, or if you are again trying to make a fact sheet or a flyer or something in which you need that base, then only Microsoft Power BI is the option, because over here you can have single visualization and effectively you can embed multiple individual visualizations on your website if it is part of a story. That is how I normally go about. So an individual story would have multiple visualizations embedded into it. Thank you.